Hi everyone, now it's here, Coach Webby over here, and today I'm very fortunate and very lucky to have a very young, excited, empowering, amazing young lady to share with us this very video. This is none other than Miss Emily.
Hi.
Emily is actually one of the youngest regional managers for the organization called DMC. The tagline is Speak Lively. And it's an amazing platform where you help young children get a safe environment for them to learn, practice, and be able to stand up and share their ideas and thoughts. And not only do they develop the ability to speak out their mind, but also the ability to use that idea to get things done. And they don't just do that on a one-to-one basis. They challenge themselves to even go on stage and speak with people that are older than them, more mature to them, and even to the point more professional than them. So in other words, how can you help young people that a lot of people say are very shy, not very confident, not professional yet, to be able to be professional, to be confident, to go on stage and be so amazing?
Okay, I think when it comes to kids being on stage, we have to first go back to what is the core problem. So the core problem is that they do not have that confidence. Now confidence, we see here there are different types of confidence. We have self-confidence where you're able to present in front of the public, you're able to present in front of class. That is self-confidence. But we have another thing which is called self-esteem. So self-esteem is a part where you really know your self-worth. You're not afraid of how people actually look at you. You do not hesitate. So really depends on what is the kid actually lacking of? Is it the self-confidence or is it the self-esteem that they're actually lacking of? So from there, if we were to able to identify what is that confidence problem, then from there we know what is the suitable technique, suitable way to actually help them to overcome this problem.
Wow, okay, that's a very good point of view, because you were mentioning something about giving the real problem, focusing on the real problem, root cause of what is the issue. The issue that we are talking about is children are not confident. They dare not take up challenges or do certain things, especially like speak out. I can imagine cases where the parents bring their kids out and then they see a friend or relative and say, say hello to uncle, say hello to auntie. And from the confident person that they were, they suddenly shrink and then become not confident whatsoever. And it's not the set of skills that is stopping them, it is that confidence or self-esteem inside of them. Now, something that's quite interesting, because in psychology, there is this terminology people use, which is some people are born confident, or some people they believe also the idea where confidence is nurtured. It's called nurtured or nature. So what happened is, right, which is correct? Because from my understanding, yes, some people are born very confident, but then there are also some people that learn to be confident. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, this nature and nurture, right? So this is a very widely debatable topic.
Correct.
Yes, and I think that they are both. I wouldn't pick sides because there are kids where I see that they're super confident, Since young, they can go anywhere, just hi, they're super confident. And another type of kids that they are just, very introvert, shy, timid. But we see that, alright, so this is the kid's weakness where, it's important to be confident in the 21st century. So we know that this is a problem, alright, let's solve the kids' problem right here. So if, when it comes to kids that are born natural, really confident, then let's help these kids to become better. So I think there's two different techniques for two types of kids.
I see.
Different category.
Alright, because I'm a big supporter of that. I didn't want to share too much at the beginning because I really want to see, I want to hear from your perspective. And you know what, I agree with that 100%. Because very much of times, right, a lot of young people, they are born with the ability to be confident. They have what it takes to be confident. It's just that their journey from where they were as a young child and how they develop from the environment that they have, they are then taught to be limited. So in other words, sometimes, right, it's based on what parents do, the grandparents do, the environment do, and they model. They don't understand whether it's good or bad, right or wrong, they follow. So what happens is, especially in the Asian culture, sometimes, right, being able to speak up your mind is identified as rude, not polite. But the idea, the reality is, right, being able to have the confidence to share your idea in a respectful way is a very important and powerful skill. So sometimes because they misunderstand that, they lose a particular set of skills that is very important. It's just like learning how to swim. It is an ability that a child would have. But if you don't train it properly or you don't allow them to build on it, that skill might go missing. And it could affect their life in a very negative way.
Alright.
So one of the things that I remember about DMC, the reason why DMC became DMC it is today,
Yeah.
it is because of not for people to become good public speakers.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people think that when they come to DMC, they will become an amazing speaker, go on stage,
MC,
talk in such an effective way. But that's not the real reason, isn't it? What is the real reason of DMC?
I would say that see, a lot of parents nowadays, they think that public speaking is something really good because the more the higher the ability you know how to speak in the workforce, then you get more opportunities. You're able to present well, and the bosses will actually give you more opportunities.
Alright, you stand out.
Yes, exactly. So a lot of times they think it's the public speaking that they are actually lacking. But there are so many public speakers out there. They might be really confident out there speaking on stage, but when it comes to their self-esteem, their self-worth, they don't feel worthy. So, which I think that the confidence is what DMC is offering here.
Correct.
That confidence that we really need to develop among the child, so that they wouldn't feel that they are not worthy.
That is very important because a lot of times we think that just having the skills is important.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily true because the objective of why DMC runs public speaking programs, it's not for them to stand on stage and speak, but for them to nurture that confidence that they already have and develop it to continue on overcoming obstacles. Because one of the scariest things for human beings to do is public speaking. It's a very scary thing. Not many adults even dare to take a mic, go in front of a crowd and speak. So in other words, right, it's for them to level up themselves. And the reason why you guys do this for children at a very young age, because the MC is not made for adults. It's made for very young children. How young are they?
The youngest we can actually accept is like 5 years old. 5 to 9
onwards. So what happened is the reason why you guys accept so young is not because of the age, right? It's the maturity. The objective why you guys run the program, especially for this young age, is because it is a tender age of what affects them or how they will be molded to face their future. Because in psychology, in developmental psychology, from the ages of 4, 5, 6, 7 is a stage where they are absorbing everything like sponges. And then they will start asking why, to the point that you get irritated sometimes. But it's a very important stage because it's where they identify what a skill is for and how they can utilize it. They may not understand whether it's good or bad, useful or not useful. But this is where it determines whether this person will automatically be a hardworking person, disciplined person, a strong-willed person, a confident person. So this is a very important stage of their life.
The golden age.
The golden age, correct. There's a term for it, it's called the golden age. And if you work this age properly, if you equip them properly with the right nurturing and skills, when they reach the stage of being a young teenager, it's easier. So many times we talk with so many parents, right? They put in the effort at those younger age, the golden age. When they face the child's challenges when they are a teenager, it is much more easier
for them to accept.
Yes, it's easier for them to work through it, not just with the parents, but for themselves, the kids themselves. As compared to students that they did not have the opportunity to nurture this at that age, where they become more vulnerable to the negative influence, the environment, and even themselves, where they have negative thoughts. So that's one of the reasons why I'm so impressed with what DMC does, because DMC uses a very unique combination of technology and people. Because in DMC, they run small classes. Now it's super small, it's like 6 people, maximum 6 people in a class, and there's one teacher to take care of all the 6 students, and the teacher's job is not to teach. You utilize videos, interactive, stimulating videos to excite the students' learning, and you allow the teachers to focus on behavior and action, and the teachers are effective with that. Now, do you notice like how does this formula become more effective than normal classroom where the teacher do everything in one go?
Okay, so when it comes to this 1 hour comprehensive class, when we have the video teaching behind, it will be so much easier because the TV teacher is like the TV teacher will be the one that is allowing the lesson to flow.
Correct.
And the teacher in class is the facilitator to actually help the kids to improve. Because the TV can't say what do you want to improve today.
Correct.
What are you going to focus today?
Correct.
So it's always the teacher as a facilitator to help the kids through feedback, demonstration. After demonstrating, they have to do it back again. So from there, they learn, even though it's just a 1 hour class, they can pick up so much with the very comprehensive feedback given by teacher.
That is really powerful because many of times, people assume that one teacher can do everything,
Yes.
which is not true.
Yeah.
Because this is an effective way because you're taking away the context of delivery and focus on application.
And the quality.
Quality becomes better because
Yeah.
the teacher is no longer focused on the syllabus. The teacher is more focused on how the students can utilize and apply. And that's the reason why you guys have it small, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you can personalize and be more
Exactly.
one-to-one. Now, usually if a student were to come for the program, usually how long does it take for parents to start noticing the difference with their child?
I would say it really depends on the child itself because we have grade 1 to grade 6 here.
I see.
So if we were to say the fastest, okay, from grade 1 to grade 6 takes about 3 years. But of course, there are certain skills when it comes to, let's say, when it comes to grade 3, they are not really good in expressing their ideas because since young they may be taught to not always express their ideas. So this becomes a very habitual thinking and thinking pattern.
Yes.
So when it comes to this particular grade, they might start there for maybe another 3 months, another 6 months to really polish up on this skill. So it really depends on the individual, him or herself.
So in other words, it's based on the child's capability.
Yes.
Okay. So every stage, I understand, is determined by a set of skill sets and their ability to execute.
Yep.
So they are not just running the class; they are also given challenges. Am I right?
Yes.
Could you talk about the challenges?
So there are a lot of creative challenges because we do not limit our teacher to think of challenges. Once we limit, then the creativity is not there. So what our teacher will normally do is that maybe we'll bring them out downstairs from our center to really have that experiential learning, to talk to strangers, to communicate, or even come out from the center to actually talk to parents.
Wow.
So from there, it's a starting point from there to for them to actually go up on the stage platform. They are not so afraid, because they always have this weekly habitual learning.
Wow. So in other words, their classroom is the world.
Yes.
So in other words, it's like they are not just learning theory.
Yes.
Because one of the things that we are most disappointed with in most educational platforms, they teach you some good theory skills where the child can stand on stage, ladies and gentlemen, but when they use it in real life, it's gone.
Yeah.
Because they are very comfortable with the script, the idea, but not application.
Yes.
So what I noticed is in BMC, you guys give them the platform to really experience it, like going out to the public to practice that set of skills, giving them the opportunity to be on stage.
Yes.
And I believe you guys even challenge them to do videos.
Yeah.
That is so cool. It's like allowing people to be on video to share their ideas and thoughts. And I noticed the videos that you guys have, it's so cool because you have young people, they got all dressed up,
Yeah.
they get to fulfill that particular career and everything. And correct me if I'm wrong, at certain stages, right, you not only teach them to speak, but also to think of how to speak, on how to deliver the information. Now, a lot of times people are given scripts. Now, I know that at certain levels, they need a script as a guideline.
Correct.
But then at a certain stage, they need to come up with ideas. And it's not just about them speaking, but it's about them thinking.
Yeah.
It's a very powerful, difficult journey, but if you have the right foundation, like what we do in DMC, you're able to give them the chance to think.
Yeah.
Now, would you be able to share, like, because a lot of parents want to help their kids be able to think also, would you be able to give maybe 1 or 2 tips of how to encourage, parents can encourage their children to start thinking, to start being able to, rather than wait for mommy and daddy to give answer, for them to think, to find their own answers?
Okay. I think the very first one is the questioning skill.
Mm.
Now, sometimes we ask questions, very spoon-feeding type of question,
Okay.
like yes, close-ended question, yes or no.
I see.
So we are not really prompting and asking why. For example, if a kid asks, "Mommy, why is the sky blue?" So the mommy either will say, "I'm not too sure," or you may ask someone else. But if let's change another perspective. If the parents would know how to actually apply good questioning skill, they will ask, this is something that mommy haven't figured out. Let's find out together. Then together, the kid will say, "Oh, mommy doesn't know. Also, I will start to think together with mommy." So a lot of times it's the questioning skill. I think that we, as a parent, as a teacher, as an educator, we need to pick up in order to help the kids to start thinking also.
That's a very powerful skill that you just shared. Because in coaching, one of the powerful skills that we use is open-ended questions. Questions that allow the person to think.
Yes.
Because a lot of question that pops up when people ask questions, the reply will be like, like you mentioned, I don't know, ask someone else,
Yes.
or even worse, because it's blue lah, right? Because I say so. But what happens is when you ask questions like that, you're allowing the child by asking, say, hey, you know what, I don't have the answer yet. You're being to be honest, you're being truthful.
Yes.
At the same time, you're encouraging to look for the answer. Say, I don't know the answer yet. Let's explore it together.
Yes.
The next question can be like, what can we do to explore? Where can we ask?
Yeah.
Who can we ask? And what can we do to get the answer faster? And all these questions, right, is a leading question towards finding solutions.
Yes.
See, so many times in our community, in our culture, it's more of like you either have it or you don't have it. But we know for a fact that not everyone have all the answers.
Yes.
And it's a very good thing to not have all the answers. Because it's not about just the destination, it's the journey. And one of the beautiful things that I noticed is seeing the students go through this journey and for them to become the better version of themselves because they go through this the chance to explore, develop, and more importantly, be comfortable failing.
Yeah.
Because in DMC, I understand it's a safe environment for them to fail.
Yes.
You see, a lot of parents don't let their children fail, don't let their children fall down, don't let their children get hurt. Now, I'm not saying get hurt to purposely hurt them, but to get hurt in a sense where allowing the child to go through the experience of doing it wrong and to learn
How to
why
stand
is it
up.
wrong.
Yeah.
When you know why is it wrong, you can stand that up again. And that's where the confidence and self-esteem comes in. Because even if they know why, but they don't have the confidence, they won't do it. But even if they have the confidence, but they don't know why, they will still not do it. That's why there's a missing link. And the missing link is to put them together. Give your child a chance to fail.
Yes.
And also give your child a chance to be able to stand up and shine. Like the song Shine. Is that shine like a diamond? It's so cool. That's a very good motivation song. If you guys want to feel like lift up right in the morning, listen to Rihanna's song. Okay? So I believe that's some very, very good points. So that tip that you give, right, is to use questions. To have open-ended questions, to give questions to involve the person, the child, the student, to think and find answers and to do it together. But what if parents out there are very busy, very involved, they don't have the chance to see their kids every now and then, and they only have like a few minutes every day to see their kids. What would you say is a good activity that a parent can do, right? Let's say they only have 10 minutes with their kids. What's a good activity that a parent can come up to their child and maybe do with their child that can encourage the child to think or even be able to practice being more confident?
I see, okay. Because I do believe that we do not need to spend 24 hours together with our parents to have the quality time.
I hear you.
Right. So it's not about the duration of the time, but it's the quality of the content throughout the whole entire session of communication. So what I would suggest is that maybe a very short and simple 5 minutes talk together about what happened today. Do you know that by asking the kids, so what did you learn today throughout the day? Is there anything that you've discovered today? Mommy will share my side and you will share your side. And let's listen up from each other.
Wow.
So I think just for that 5 minutes, you are able to learn so much from each other.
That's very funny because I've heard so many parents, right, when they reach a certain stage where the child have grown up, they feel like they cannot connect with their children and the child cannot connect with their parents. It's not because they don't love each other, it's because they never learn how to be nurtured to be together. They only know as a parent, it's a parent's responsibility to make the money to feed the child. And the child only understand that their responsibility is to make their parents proud by not failing. And they miss out how to communicate. And having an activity where you have the chance to share ideas, it's not like please report your day, I report my day. It's more of sharing. So it's like, hey, what's your day? This is how my day. And also to add on another element to share how you feel. It's a very powerful thing. It's like, hey, this happened in my day and this made me feel this way. And because of that, you can actually acknowledge that. It's like, hey, you know what, you feel this way. That's great. And sometimes when the child have a problem, that's where the open-ended question can come out. Mommy, I want this, then this person is doing this to me, I don't know what to do. And the mom can say, wow, I notice you're very stressed with this, this is troubling you. I wonder what we can do. And that's a very powerful thing to help their child to think. And you know what? That's a great tip that any mommy and daddy can actually start doing. You don't need to have hours and hours a day. You don't need to have, a special room or a special program to help your child. You can do it straight on. But you know what? That's exactly what parents can do. Now, could you just share a little bit? Because you're an amazing young person. It's not easy to find someone like yourself. People can even say it's strange. Why such a young, amazing, talented person like yourself choose to be an educator and is so passionate about being an educator, and someone to be successful to the point that you're managing over 11 centers around whole Malaysia. You're dealing with the business owners, you're dealing with our parents, with contractors, with the students, your teachers. You're making sure everything goes to the very best that it can be. Can you share a little bit about yourself? Where did this amazing person come from, and why are you so motivated to do this?
Okay, so when I was young, I used to be a person that lack of confidence.
Okay.
Because just imagine, I have one sister. So this sister straight A's for all exams.
Wow.
And this sister right here, all failed. Really bad results. So from there, I started losing my confidence. And I still remember vividly when I was 13, my English teacher said, Emily, okay, it's your turn to actually have a presentation. So I still remember that presentation was about shark. So you have to just do an introduction about sharks. But I was holding the paper, shaking in front of my whole class. So I realized that, why can't I be confident? Why can't I be confident? I just don't understand. What are the skills and what are the techniques it really takes to become a confident person? So, really happily, my parents decided to just enroll me into this camp and to this leadership platform. And from there, I started to pick up on my interpersonal skill. Okay, my interpersonal skill to communicate, to present, to have the skill of public speaking. So from there onwards, I get to understand my own purpose in life. My purpose in life is to really help the next generation to build their confidence, to find their purpose and direction, so that they are able to become really inspiring and motivating individual as well. So I think that the best way to reach out to this mission of mine is through educating, through teaching, so that they are able to learn. And because I always feel like teaching is not just they are not just benefiting from you, but you are also benefiting as an educator, because you learn so much from the kids, from my students, and so I learn a lot from them. So from there onwards, I really think that this should be my mission in life, to be an educator, to pass down whatever I have, to really make sure the next generation will be a really confident generation.
Wow. And it's so amazing, because the change that happened was, rather than to focus on what you're not good at, you focus on what you can be good at. That's an amazing thing, and sometimes it's a bit scary, because sometimes you don't know if that is going to be good for you. You don't know if that's the right direction. But I guess because if you have the right environment, you have the right support, you have the right people that can see your talents and nurture your talent, it helps you become the better you. Now, and I can also hear from what you shared that I believe you could wish that if that were to happen younger, at an earlier age, your life would be even more amazing, isn't it?
Definitely.
And is that the reason why the MC is focused at such a young age?
Yes. Always, whenever I talk to parents about this young age, I always feel like, if only when I have such, I only have such education when I was young, having to challenge myself always, coming to public speaking class, be confident. I wouldn't have so much trouble throughout my teenage life.
I hear you. And from the sounds of it, once you overcome that obstacle, being able to be confident with yourself, being able to self-esteem for yourself, you gave yourself permission to grow.
Yes.
Because when I work with students on the context of learning, because when you say you were a failing student, I totally relate, because I was considered a fantastic student in school last time. I also used to fail all my subjects. And it's not because I want to fail, it's not because we want to.
It's just we can't.
No matter how much work we put in, it's like there's no results. But then we just needed an opportunity. And the opportunity sometimes, right, is not just more tuition, it's not just more books, it's sometimes the ability or a set of skills to overcome it. And for you, it's the ability to realize that you're confident, and because you're confident, you explore different ways. Like for me, it's because I got to learn a set of skills to learn that, it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. And I love the shortcut idea. One of the things that my mentor taught me is like, lazy is not lousy. Lazy is not lousy. You just need to find a way to get your shortcut. And that's the reason why I do what I do. That's why I created Turbocharge Learning, to help students turbocharge their learning. And for me, my gift to the world is to help students be able to learn. And because they can learn, they can have extra time to do and develop other skills. And you did that as well. And I'm so proud of you. Right? And you know what? I can only see more amazing things to happen. Now, if parents were to want to get some input from the MC.
Yep.
What do parents have to do? Do they call? Do they visit the website? What happens?
They can either visit our website or in our website we have different contacts for different branches, so they may actually contact the branches nearest to them.
Okay.
And to make an appointment
I
for
see.
trial class,
Yep.
and then this is where they understand on how the MC able to
Correct.
help their child when it
Okay.
comes to confidence problems.
So in other words, we're going to be putting the MC's websites and contact details in the link below. If you have any questions and you want to get in contact with Emily or in DMC with any branches near you, you can actually check the details in the link below. But more importantly, right, if you guys have questions to ask Emily, like you would like to see Emily on the show again, on the video again, and you want her to share a little bit more about different perspectives, you want her to answer a particular question that you have, please put it in the comment below. And you know what, maybe we were able to invite Coach Emily again, Teacher Emily again, to share with us that secret that she has to be such an amazing person for your child as well. And you know what guys, remember to like, if you like this video, remember to like, and if you're not, subscribe to the video as well. Now, looking forward to seeing you guys real soon. And you know what, thank you so much Emily for being with us today. Is there any final note that you want to give our parents out there, maybe a last thing for them to remind themselves to be awesome?
Okay, I think that a lot of times kids, they have unlimited potential. You know, they can do so much things. So as parents, we shouldn't actually limit them. So always think that they can do it and always challenge them, because they can do so much things, especially at the age of 5 to 8. It's such an amazing period of time where they are able to explore themselves, they're able to develop themselves as a whole. So I hope that parents wouldn't neglect this topic.
I love that, because once upon a time, the only job that can happen, usually people only think of accountant, lawyer, doctor, so on and so forth. But in today's world, there are careers and opportunities that did not exist before. So we as educators, parents, we cannot dictate our child to be prepared for a job. We need to prepare them to use their talent, to use that talent to be their future career. Like in the careers of life nowadays, we have people that are millionaires being YouTubers, being Instagram, being bloggers. Those are skills that never existed before. But somehow, somewhere, someone nurtured this person's talent, and they use this talent to do great things and good things, and to be able to take care of other people and themselves. So one of the best things of having to share with you today is the ability to give your child the opportunity to work on their talent, to nurture them in this journey, so that in these golden years that they have, they are developing the skills that really matter. And that's very, very powerful. Thank you again, Emily. Thank you so much. And parents, thank you so much for watching the video this week. Now, looking forward for more videos in the future week. Till then, stay awesome. Bye!